Dale, welcome to the call. We're going to share a little bit about your journey so far in Next Level Rock Guitar. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me here
See, I told you
today.
it was awkward.
Yeah, it's awkward. It's weird. I
And
like
for
talking in front of
context,
people all the time.
for,
So,
for context of why that's funny for us is that I was just talking about how awkward it is to be talking and introducing this thing, and then we jump into
yeah,
the recording part, and here we are.
yeah,
All right, Dale, let's get in. Let's share what your journey's been like so far. So, what were the frustrations or challenges you were facing before you joined
yeah.
our program?
Okay. I guess I've been playing guitar a long time. I find it really, I use it as stress relief in work-life balance and things like that. But I'd always sort of been focused on acousticy, folky type sound and sort of very clean sounds. But I love lots of different types of music and thought, well, I can never play that type of music. I don't know how. I don't know how it works. Like I could play chords up and down the neck, but until you showed me, I couldn't play a power chord kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the skills I thought I needed realistically to be able to sort of play the way I'd like to play. And I've got a bunch of guitars that I'd like to be able to play and make those sounds, but I just was thinking, well, how do I take the next step? And I've had one-on-one guitar lessons with professional musicians, guys in conservatoriums, lots of like probably half a dozen different face-to-face over the years. I never felt I really progressed. They showed me stuff, but it didn't really click in my mind.
Yeah, right. And so, what was that like as you had all these lessons? You didn't really understand how to make these different, I guess, more rocks type sounds. So, what was that feeling like as you were trying to either figure that out or just not knowing what to do?
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have had any hope. I tried to just watch lessons and work stuff out, and then I thought, okay, well, I can do that. Okay, how do I put it all together? Okay, I can play the chords to rock songs, fair enough, but I don't know how to play the solos or leads or anything like that to it, and didn't have any idea. I could play a pentatonic fast with my eyes closed if I wanted to, but
Yeah.
it didn't. It just sounded that standard pentatonic run that you do when you're learning, and not like a song
Yes.
kind of thing.
All right, cool. And did you have any hesitations about joining the program before you jumped on board?
Yeah, a little bit. My ability to do the practice required. That was like the practice I wanted to do at that level and that sort of stuff. Because I'm pretty busy work lifestyle and home lifestyle and that sort of thing. But I wanted to commit to giving it a fair shot from that aspect. So I had a little bit of hesitation, but after we spoke in the initial one-on-one and that sort of stuff, that alleviated pretty much most of that. I'd never done a group lesson since I was about 9 years old before,
Yeah.
but from there, but I'm 61 now, and I thought, well, how's this going to work? But like that dissolved within 5 minutes of meeting everyone else in the team. The people on it, there's no judgment. They're just awesome. So yeah,
That's so cool. It's absolutely fascinating how much people value that experience joining. And now that I run this program, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this my entire life? Like that's how I learned at uni and even in high school. But yeah, just bringing adults together, it's pretty cool. And so that said, what, if any, were your reasons for joining? And you can also add like, what are
yeah,
the things you've actually found valuable as well?
yeah. I really wanted to take that next step in my playing, and that I found I spent a lot of time playing. I'd play every day, but I'd play the same thing and noodle
Yep.
and that, and got very good at certain things, but play and to be able to and like that, or just with family and friends and have it sound more than campfirey type stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
We just dropped out a little bit there. I don't know whether that was me or you or
Okay.
both of us. I got sitting around a campfire at the end, and then I got something. Oh, I can't remember exactly what you said because I was like,
Okay. Maybe do the question again. I don't know. Do you edit or
I can, yeah. Well,
yeah?
the
Yeah.
question was, what were the main reasons for joining?
Reasons
So,
to joining. Yeah.
yeah,
So main reasons for joining is I really wanted to take the next step and progress, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that on my own. You can only learn so much off YouTube and that sort of stuff, and like I knew I needed to actually learn the theory as well as the practical in harmony, because I'd tried to learn the theory on its own, or I'd tried to learn the practical on its own, and it didn't really link up for me still from that aspect. So, and I wanted to be able to eventually maybe play with some people or sound more than just playing around a campfire at home with family and that sort of stuff, and be able to play some stuff that sounded pretty cool.
Yeah, awesome. And I believe that you have. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel good about it. I sort of certainly feel good around the stuff I've learnt and the confidence it's given me. Like I just lessons with yourself and listening to the other people. Like I can probably play a little bit better than some of the other people in the group, but like they're tackling stuff I would have thought I never could have tackled before we got into the group, and because they love the song and they love the music and that sort of stuff, and they're trying pretty hard at it. So I like that part of it, of seeing how everyone's progressing, and then they see how I'm progressing, and that sort of stuff around it. But yeah,
So cool.
that feels good.
And to come back to that, the theory part, with having a few pieces, what was the things that sort of clicked for you, and how did that start to make sense for you?
Yeah, I think it was aligning to the practical and doing the work in a particular key, it through the term and that sort of stuff. That sort of let me see how it works, kind of thing, that I'd kind of been missing a lot more. And now I look at stuff I used to play in noodling around. I said, that's why that works, kind of thing.
Cool. Very
In
cool.
doing it and that sort of stuff. So yeah, that was sort of the. I think it's a little bit in just picking those songs that we're playing during the term,
Yep.
and sort of doing the chords, doing the solos, doing how they work, how they're constructed, why they work in the theory component as well as the practical. So,
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. And so
but not too heavy. It's kind of about the right weight kind of thing. It's not like going to uni and learning heavy music theory, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so what's life like now that you've got a bit more of the theory understanding, you've got a few more things connecting, you're a part of a community, and you've got a few more of these boxes ticked in this kind of more rock space. How do you feel now?
Yeah, I feel really good about it. I wish I have had time to put more effort into it, and it's like anything, the more effort you put into it, the more you get out of it.
Yeah.
But I wish I had a little bit more time of that. But I kind of enjoy listening to everyone else playing and the questions and how people are progressing in the group, as well as sort of then you post a video and you're listening to some videos that someone else that you're watching their progress and how they're playing, but no one's got any judgment of anyone else at any level in the group from that aspect. So I think that part works particularly well in the group, and the little chats before the lesson with everyone where we break out into the breakout rooms and stuff like that. And
Love that.
yeah.
And you mentioned something a while back about, what was it? You were talking to your son, and your son was saying, "Oh, this is
Yeah.
pretty cool." What was What was that story?
So it was some videos I'd posted, that I'd posted there on the Next Level Rock Guitar site, and I was saying to them, and he lives away from us, so he's saying, "How's guitar lessons going?" I said, "Good. Here's some stuff I did," and showed him some of the website, and I said, "This was the first time that I ever played a solo where I physically wasn't thinking about what I was doing," kind of thing. My fingers kind of had an idea. There were some bum notes in it, sure enough, but my fingers kind of had an idea. Slow blues, just bloomin' didn't through it. But yeah, and it kind of, I didn't really have to think about what I was doing. I kind of knew where to go, not to overdo the scale and that sort of stuff, and
Yeah.
how to slide up a couple of frets and make it sound good, how to get a half decent bend in it and that sort of stuff. And that was kind of, and he said to me, that would have been really cool. And I said it was. Like I've never been, I had to think about everything I've always played and that sort of stuff. And he said that would have been pretty cool to be like that. And it was, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Do you have anything else to add about the program and how it's like changed your life, and what is anything else you'd like to add?
Yeah, I only that I really, really enjoy it, and the people on it I've found them great. Like there's a myriad of mixed cast of people on there, but I've found every one of them. There's no tension or anything in the classroom, and everyone gives it enough space to everyone else, and everyone's supportive of everyone else in the when they're posting videos and that sort of stuff. Like I think that's just an awesome part of working in the group and doing that over a Zoom meeting. Yeah, that was probably one of my questions. How's this going to work over Zoom originally?
Yeah, cool.
I thought, and that sort of stuff. Like you can do a group lesson if everyone's there easier, but over Zoom, and it's surprisingly how well it works kind of thing.
I'm also surprised. It's being in the environment as much as it's like obviously being in a physical space doing exactly the same thing would be amazing. Practicality, not so much.
No.
All right, cool. And what advice would you give to somebody else who's watching this video and is like, oh, I'm thinking about this, don't know whether I should give it a go? What would you say to them?
Yeah. I would say to them, like, definitely do it. Pick a level that suits you and what you can do in the structure of Next Level Rock Guitar. Pick a level, do it. Like, you won't be any worse off in your guitar playing after. Like, I've only been doing it 6 months kind of thing, and I've taken steps ahead that I just with sheer confidence and saying, well, I actually can do that kind of thing. So I would just do it. You won't be worse off, and you'll have the value for the money out of it, just in sheer love of playing music.
Yep. That's going to be my next ad. You won't get any worse.
You won't be any worse off, maybe, is a better way to phrase it. But
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what you said. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, Dale, thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure to teach you and for you to be part of the group. I see that you bring value to our community as well. And that's something that's invaluable to me as your coach and teacher. So the fact that we've got a bunch of people that want to support everybody else and showing up to lessons and being part of the crew is really cool. So thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you, Brett. Really appreciate it.